One strength in the area of STEM that I have is in the area of science. I feel like I have strong content knowledge of science at the elementary level, and I'm very interested in most of the science topics that we teach to our children, and even some that are above them. And I'm not afraid to admit when I don't know something, which I think is good in the classroom because then I can show my students that you don't have to know everything. You just have to know how to look or have the desire to look to find the answer. Another strength is that I know that when you're doing science in the room, that it doesn't always turn out the way that it's supposed to, and that doesn't bother me because the next thing that we can discuss as a class is why. I like to ask my students why things happened or why they think things happened and see if we can connect the scientific principles to what we did right or not really wrong, but what made our activities not turn out, or even what the variables are that could cause the differences that we see. In the area of engineering, my strengths are that I'm imaginative and creative, and I like to tinker with things, make things, and I'm pretty good with my hands. I'm not worried about things that don't go exactly the way that they're supposed to, and I'm not discouraged by failure. So that helps to encourage my students to keep trying, try something a different way, use a different material, rethink what they're doing, and that helps them become more flexible thinkers. In the area of math, I'm pretty strong on elementary math. I'm good at coming up with ways, alternate ways to explain things to students, coming up with problem-solving activities for them to do. I like to incorporate manipulatives because I'm kind of a visual learner and I know a lot of my students are. I'm not terribly strong on fifth grade math topics as to how you would approach teaching them to the children. I do like to incorporate geometry and measurement and data, and am interested in those. I think those are probably my stronger areas anyway. But a weakness is figuring out how to integrate all of that into other interdisciplinary units. My biggest weakness in the areas of STEM would have to be in technology. I'm an old dog and I haven't learned all the new tricks yet. I know that my students need to be producers of tech rather than consumers of tech, but I'm not really sure what's out there to help them achieve that. I know that just using a computer for gaming or for research or for writing is not enough. And there are so many interactive programs, there are so many ways that they can create and present what they've learned beyond PowerPoints, but I don't know those things. And I'm a little timid of trying out new technology because I'm afraid I'm going to break it or mess it up. But I like using robots. I'm one of the robotics coaches, but I learn as much as the children do as that goes. I like seeing the kids use Ozobots and Spheros in the classroom, but I'm not really sure how to take that beyond, oh, here's a robot, here's something cool you can program it to do, and how to get that into like a reading class or a social studies class. How do we use that kind of technology to bolster our students' experiences in other content areas? So that's one area that I think I'm hoping this endorsement will help me grow in. I know I have a lot to learn. So that's basically what I'm coming to this endorsement with. Some strengths in content knowledge, in science and math, an ability to visualize and create different products in engineering, and a definite weakness in technology.